Hey, and welcome back to another fun video. Today we're going to be making a really fun wrap that's great for summer, fall. I mean, really any time of year you can throw it on. It's pretty lightweight with the type of stitches we used, and this is it. I love this stitch pattern and the changing of colors. So this wrap is a special wrap for a furls crochet along. This was the first thing it was made for, and you can also find some more information about it on my blog. I love the stitch pattern repeat. It's really fun, it's really simple, and it's a great pattern to do. Now mine doesn't have the tassels on the end yet, but I'm currently in the process of putting those on, so we'll talk about those too. Let's talk about the supplies. For this pattern I used a palette of Wander. This is an acrylic yarn from Furls Crochet, and as you can see it takes 5 skeins of yarn. So we have the light color that goes in between and then 4 other colors. The nice thing about this yarn is they do sell it in pre-done palettes. So if you don't want to really think through the color possibilities, head on over to Furls. They've got a lot of color inspiration in palettes, and you can simply purchase a palette and complete this design. I'm also going to be putting tassels on the end of this. I did the same thing with my knit wrap, so I have a mimic knit wrap if you prefer to knit a design similar to this, and I will be putting those on the end. So if you want to make some tassels, you will need a tassel maker, or you can also leave it plain like this. I wanted you to see what it looks like plain, or you can place some fun fringe. The other thing you will need for this pattern is, of course, a crochet hook. This is a J hook in the Furls Streamline Swirl. These are one of my favorite go-to hooks. They're lightweight and I love using them. Then you will also need a pair of scissors and a stitch marker to keep track of the first stitch in your row. And that's it. So let's get started. Now this pattern is a really fun and easy repeat. We will be doing rows 1 through 5 on camera, but that will give you all the instructions to get through each single section. So I'm going to be doing a sample swatch in these 2 colors. I will be starting with the color red and then going to the color yellow, just so you can see how this will work up. To get started with our very first row, we are going to create a slip knot and place that onto our hook and then chain 49 stitches. Now for this pattern, we will not be using a turning chain. So if you prefer, you can do a foundation single crochet of 49 stitches to get you through the first row. Now after chaining 49 stitches, we are going to work directly into that first chain from the hook by doing a single crochet stitch. I like to do mine into the back humps. I also think when you're not doing turning chains, that marking that first stitch in every row is really smart to do. So now I'm going to complete this row by simply single crocheting 49 stitches into, so 1 stitch per chain. All right, for row 2, we are going to turn and we are going to start this row with a stacked single crochet, and that will count as our first stitch in this row. To do a stacked single crochet, you will insert your hook into this very first stitch. So notice we haven't done any chaining. We will yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So we did a single crochet there, but we're not done. We are going to insert our hook back into this left loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both stitches. And that completes a stacked single crochet. This will count as the first stitch in our row. Go ahead and mark that. It's really important to mark these stitches so you know when you're coming back where the last stitch of the row is. Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. And we're going to repeat that all the way across. So we're going to chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, and do that all the way across this row. No increasing for this. We will always have 49 stitches. Now that I have completed row 2 by working all the way across, I'm going to move my stitch marker because I'll need it on the next row, and I'm going to turn, and for row 3 we are going to be single crocheting in each stitch across. There's no need to chain 1. It works out just fine without the extra bulk. So I'm going to single crochet into that very first stitch, mark that, and then I will single crochet into the chain space and single crochet into the double crochet and then single crochet into the chain space. So we are single crocheting the 49 stitches across. Now I'm at the end of round 3 and I am about to change colors. So I've started the last single crochet of this row, but I'm going to stop at the point that I have 2 loops on my hook, and I'm going to grab my new color that I'll be starting on the next row, yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. This way I've changed colors and I am ready to start the next row with my new color. Now you can always go ahead and fasten off your first color because we don't need it for the next row. Now to start row 4, we are starting with a stacked single crochet 3 together. Now this might sound a bit different than something you've done before, but this is so that we can start our row with a stacked single crochet, but we're also decreasing the first 3 stitches. So we're going to insert our hook into that very first stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through both the loops on the hook. Now we're going to insert our hook back into that second bar over here, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now we're going to start working into the next 2 stitches like we would if you were doing a double crochet 3 together. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and repeat that again. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and now I have 4 loops on our hook, and here's where we are going to yarn over and pull through all the loops on our hook. We're going to go ahead and place a stitch marker into that first stitch of the row. So now we've completed our very first stitch, which is a stacked single crochet 3 together. Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet. And we're going to do that one more time. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. And now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and in this next one we are going to work 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. We'll do that again. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, and now we're going to do a chain 1, skip 1, and then we're going to double crochet 5 together. So that's where we're going to be inserting our hook, pulling up a loop, yarning over and pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the hook. We just keep repeating that until we've done that for a total of 5 stitches. And now that we have 6 loops on our hook, we yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. And that completes the 5 double crochet 5 together. Then we're going to keep on going here. We're going to chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. We'll do that one more time. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and 5 double crochets into the next. And now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Do that one more time. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. And now we're going to repeat what we did earlier over here, where we chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet 5 together. And now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Do that again. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Then chain 1, skip 1, and 5 double crochets into the next. And now we will chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Do that again, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. And now we're going to chain 1, skip 1. Sorry, I got to pull out more yarn here. Chain 1, skip 1, and the last 3 stitches in this row will be a double crochet 3 together. And that is the end of row 4. Now for row 5, we're going to turn. I'm going to take this stitch marker so I can move it up. We're going to turn our work. And for row 5, we'll start by single crocheting in the first stitch and marking it. Once again, I'm not chaining. And then we're going to single crochet into every single stitch across, including the chain. So it'll be 49 stitches. So we'll single crochet into the chain and into the double crochets. So simply single crochet into every single stitch across. And that is the end of row 5. And guess what? This is the exciting part. You know everything to complete this wrap. So let me talk about the repeats. So when we take a look at this wrap, the reason why I'm not doing any extra chaining and we're doing those stacked single crochets on the edges is because it makes for a really nice clean edge. Now we just did through row 5, which is just right here. We can see it's just this first part and then one section of this color work. So we're going to be repeating rows 4 and 5 for 4 more times. And then we just simply repeat rows 1 through 13. It is really that simple. That's just repeated again and again, just with some color changes. So this is a really fun and relaxing wrap. It really adds a lot of texture and dimension without a ton of different types of work. It's just repetitive, and I love that for a fun, relaxing project. So I hope you enjoyed making this as much as I did, and it's a fun, beautiful wrap to wear all season long. And I want you to hit that subscribe button and come on back soon for more projects, as well as tagging me on social media, because I love it. I love seeing what you make. If you're making this for the Furls Cal or you're making this off of my blog, feel free to show me what you did with your color work. I'm really curious what palettes you choose. Until next time, have a great day.